ये मैं एक आर्गूमेंट दिया है मैंने कि बर्थ सर्टिफिकेट के साथ कश्मीरी कोई नहीं बनता, बर्थ सर्टिफिकेट के साथ पाकिस्तानी भी कोई नहीं बनता। उसको भी पाकिस्तान के साथ मोहब्बत का जो है ना वो एक ना टूटने वाला रिश्ता जो है ना वो कायम करना पड़ता है। अगर पाकिस्तानी शरीयत मेरे पास है, खुदा न खास्ता अगर मैं पाकिस्तान की सालमियत के खिलाफ बात करूं तो मैं फिर पाकिस्तानी नहीं हूं। पाकिस्तानी पासपोर्ट या आईडी कार्ड जो है वो मुझे ये हक नहीं देता।
Pakistan tells the world that Kashmir is its jugular vein, that Kashmiris are its people, that the Kashmir cause is sacred. Then it sends its defense minister on television to tell the people of Pakistan-occupied Kashmir that they are not even Kashmiris, while the security forces shoot them in the streets. And now, in Pakistan's National Assembly, with the whole world watching, Pakistan's defense minister Khawaja Asif drops a bigger bomb. The residents of Pakistan-occupied Kashmir are not considered Pakistanis. And the timing could not be worse. For the past 3 weeks, residents of PoK have announced rebellion against Islamabad. Pakistani police have been deployed to crack down, openly to shoot, to kill protesters. Now, even food and medicine supplies have been cut off to quell the protest. This is the same piece of land Pakistan continues to claim its own. These are the same people for whose freedom Pakistan waged at least 4 wars and sent thousands of terrorists into India. This is the same narrative that Pakistani leaders have been spreading on global platforms, trying to demonize India as an occupier. The question is simple. If Pakistan does not trust the people of Pakistan-occupied Kashmir, then what exactly has it been claiming to defend for the last 8 decades? To understand the latest tirade from Pakistan's defense minister, one needs to go back a couple of days when he appeared for a TV show.
rawalakot और साथ धीरकोट या एक दो इस किस्म की जगह से कहाँ आज़ाद कश्मीर rawalakot तो नहीं है। मैं तो वैसे भी सॉरी फॉर सेइंग मैं rawalakot वालों को एडा लम्बा चौड़ा कश्मीरी मानता भी नहीं है।
Khawaja Asif, a man whose family traces its roots to Kashmir, gave an interview that stunned even his own coalition partners. He said Rawalakot, the epicenter of the PoK protest, was not Kashmir and that he did not regard its residents as Kashmiris. His reason, he argued, that the language spoken in parts of Rawalakot was the language of Punjab's Potoha region, not Kashmiri as spoken in the valley. Therefore, by his logic, they did not qualify. The backlash was instant. The Mirpuri community, one of the most prominent Pakistani diaspora communities in the United Kingdom, which has spent decades supporting Pakistan internationally, was deeply shocked by the remarks. Importantly, Mirpuris, no less than 150,000 of them, were rendered homeless when the Mangla Dam was built after the Indus Waters Treaty in 1960. They did the heavy lifting for Pakistan at every international forum. To be disowned by a defense minister has shocked them to the core. Asif later attempted a clarification on X, writing that Kashmiriyat is defined by the sacrifices and struggles waged over almost 8 decades by Pakistanis, Kashmiris and all others, not by birth certificates. Then he went to parliament and made it worse. Speaking on the floor of the National Assembly, Asif doubled down. He said he had presented an argument that no one became a Kashmiri on the basis of a birth certificate. He extended this logic further, saying that holding Pakistani citizenship comes with responsibilities and that anyone speaking against Pakistan could not genuinely represent the country's interest. The implication was unmistakable. A Pakistani passport does not make you Pakistani. Your loyalty does. Follow the logic to its conclusion. If Kashmiris in PoK are not Kashmiris and Pakistani documents do not make you Pakistani, then what are Baloch who resist Islamabad? What are the Sindhis who demand their rights? The Pashtuns, the people of Gilgit-Baltistan. By Khawaja Asif's own framework, a Pakistani passport is not citizenship. It is a conditional license valid only as long as you obey. The protests in PoK's rawalakot have entered the third week. First, they were fired upon Pakistani police. Islamabad shut down internet to cut off communication, and then it did something that is a blatant human rights violation: block supply of food and medicines. Residents across PoK are reporting shortages of food, medicines and fuel. AFP confirmed medicine and food shortages in Muzaffarabad. BBC Urdu cited residents alleging that groceries, medicines and fuel were being stopped at choke points. Pakistani publication Dawn, quoting a senior official, reported that authorities deliberately adopted a strategy of disrupting food supplies reaching protesters in rawalakot. ATMs have shut because internet and satellite services were suspended. Petrol stations are closed by official order. Pakistani authorities deny the blockade and insist essential supplies are moving normally. The National Assembly session that followed Asif's remarks exposed the political infighting over PoK, not because the opposition attacked Asif, but because his own coalition partners did. PPP chairman Bilawal Bhutto Zardari took apart Asif for his remarks on Rawalakot and Mirpur residents are not Kashmiris. He blamed the defense minister for pouring more fuel on the fire instead of extinguishing it. Bhutto asked directly why such a minister was still in the cabinet, saying it was impossible to accept that a serving minister could strip Kashmiris of their Kashmiri identity. Amnesty International described the blockade of key entry points as disproportionate, saying it severely impacted people's rights to life, access to healthcare and freedom of movement. More than 50 British parliamentarians wrote to UK authorities, prompted by British Kashmiris unable to contact relatives due to the internet blackout. The most revealing part of this story is not the protest, not Asif's speech. It is the coalition between rhetoric and reality. For years, Pakistan presented itself as the voice of Kashmiris. Even now, it vehemently counters India on the rights of Kashmiris and accuses Delhi of human rights violations in the valley. But in reality, Pakistan is facing angry protests from within. The world can see how it is imposing restrictions on people demanding to be heard, and a senior minister questioning the identities of the very people Islamabad claims to represent. A country that built its Kashmir policy around identity is suddenly struggling to define who belongs, and that may be the most damaging development of all.